Mexico. I hate this track at times. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the weekend league here in Gavra Racing for the final round of the, as you can see, everyone going out prepared for their laps, especially the two Alfa Romeos of R. Peter and O. Rains. Hello to everybody. Hope you have a great evening, and we're here for the final round here around the Hermanos Rodriguez circuit, and at the time that Apex is now preparing for his first flying lap, and he's going to try and cook up a good lap, which is very hard to do, especially around turns 1 and 2. Very difficult circuit to go around because obviously the chicanes before the final sector, that is a very twisty turvy and very difficult to manage at times. But yeah, but Low Lion is with me today as always. Good to see him with me, and you should pop a hello.
Hello, I'm here. Obviously, just looking out for any incidents and things that actually happen.
Yeah, so at the moment we can see Jutsikev now making his way out of the pits, preparing for his lap. We're just looking at who is about to start their lap, and R. Peter is going to start his lap. He's invalidated, so he must have made a mistake. But obviously he's on the out lap. There's now yellow flags as people are going to be slowing. So let's see, how does R. Peter do here? This very long straight, about one of the longest straights in the calendar here. But hello to JJ Bomb, hello to Remy Ashwin. I'm doing good. I'm doing pretty good. But yeah, hopefully Lowline's definitely doing good as well. And
yep.
As our Peter now with DRS activated on the rear wing, is set at 28.8, which is pretty decent. As let's see, what can you do now? It's very chicane. Now get the exit pinpointed, and now this and I really hate this corner at times. Our Peter now looking, and now this is where the chicanes are. This is just an absolute annoying thing for me. Hello to Gavra Racing, but you just have to be so patient on the throttle. You have to wait until it's like the best time to go on the throttle here. But now I'll be to the 57.9 if I was correct. He set as now RP did go a bit wide, but manages to keep it on the track and not invalidating. Hello to MDM Gaming. Hello to Matty. Hello to Griffin. As now RP to reach the final class. 17-2. Simon that Apex responds instantly with a 15-7. Well, it's time to be out for the final weekend on Mexico. Yeah, so obviously as Matza goes second fastest, Orangi is now fourth fastest on the medium tyres. Heblerino now pops to third fastest in the Ferrari. As we're looking now at Joshi, let's see a 57.0 for the British driver, who also had a lot of luck in the Aston Martin. But let's see, what can he do now through the stadium section, now through the final corner, the penultimate corner if you want to add it. But so the Drivers' Championship has been decided. Shortbread is the weekend league Drivers' World Champion, as he is going to be the reigning world champion here. First championship with Gavra Racing, and probably many more to his belt. So let's see how can he fare. But as you can see, it was Jitsi Kev.
Yeah, Jutsikev went P1 there. Pretty good lap from the Red Bull driver. Had a little bit of a lock up through the stadium section, but yeah, pretty good lap. Not much I can fault with that.
Yeah, so Jitsi Kev looking to set the pace there, and Shortbread goes fourth faster, which is pretty good. Not anything bad. DBD goes 300ths behind Oranges. Now he goes really slow. Josh is retired. Oh, that's a big crash.
He's crashed.
looking at Ben
Yeah,
Roberts.
he's crashed there. Wow.
That's a big crash. So he's looking at Ben DBD, and he should be right there, but the car has been cleared up. And that's Joshi out of qualifying and out of proceedings for his laps in the future, so that's really unfortunate for him. But yeah, so at the moment, Jutsi Kev, what predicted is at the moment the man who's a protagonist for pole position, and this circuit, Mexico, the Hermanos Rodriguez circuit, in over 3,000 meters above sea length, with a lot of twisty turvy corners, as I just said. I'm sorry for that bit of a punchy, but yeah, it's a very, very twisty turvy track. It's very difficult to get that, that perfect lap around here, and I hate to drive on that track. Yeah, especially the chicane. The chicane just annoys me so much, because like you've got to take every inch of curb. If just see here, he's just invalidated, and it doesn't even look like he's invalidated, but he actually has invalidated. Hello to Kevin Jutsi, and that's Kevin Jutsi there in the garage in the Red Bull. The Swiss driver, going to look to try and get pole position. Shortbread at the moment third position, so he's done a good lap to get inch ahead of Matza, and Chinley now on a lap. Let's see what can he do now in the Aston Martin.
Simon the Apex is just about to begin his lap. Nothing much happening at the moment. Ben Roberts didn't set the best lap. He's down in P9, the Super League driver, or if I'm correct, I think he drives in the Super League. He is very off the pace compared to what I would expect him to be, as DVD and O'Rain are back out on the mediums. So, yeah, Ben Roberts not having the best qualifying here.
Yeah, what a bollocks. Yeah, so actually Turkey is not in this track, in the game, I mean. Always, some Apex, I thought he invalidated because he just looked.
So did I.
The nose looked like to be out of track because he's 600s up on his current time, which is a 15.754. And good news, if anyone is very excited for the weekend league for next season, that's going to be in 14 days. Our weekend league registration is open. There's still plenty of spaces when Imola will be released next week. Gavra, with the new Red Bull livery, one-off livery that they put in Turkey. Imola's going to be released in next week, so don't expect that probably being added to the calendar very quickly to all the leagues, because I'm not good enough for weekend. No, you don't have to.
Apex, wow.
Ooh, great
So
lap.
when I was going on board with Simon the Apex, he's very on the edge of track limits every single corner. He was so close not to invalidate through the stadium section and through those like fast chicanes in the just before the end of the middle sector. So great lap from the half driver.
I'm not good enough for weekend league. Well, you don't have to have a certain skill to play in a weekend league. You don't have to have a certain skill. Everyone who is slow, you don't have. It doesn't matter about how fast you are. We're here to have fun, chill out, and get to know each other in racing.
Oh!
Matza, out of nowhere, 500th up, or 400th. I don't enjoy being a noob though. Okay, I'll let you on that one. Right. You don't have to be better. You can just be on the same. Griffin said as JJ. Yeah. So yeah, the weekend league. Yeah, there's still spots available. Just go check the website, gavraracing.altavista.org. That's where you'll find all the leagues. All the leagues are available to you to sign up. GT Sport. We've got our racing, which could be opening up soon. We've got PC2, but that's for PC. Yes, I spit 6 spots. I thought it was less, but
Matza's crashed.
That's why I crashed in their own rough race.
He's done pretty much the exact same as what. Oh wow! As what Joshy did, but just a little bit earlier. I think he's had a lot of
Oh,
traction
that
and
must have touched the curb then. Yeah, he's
gone
touched the
off.
curb.
Yeah,
He's touched the
big
curb.
crash.
That's a bit of a hefty whack from
Yeah,
Matsa as Jutsikev goes faster than this time. Jutsikev just setting the pole times. Don't think I'll do well considering the sat nav to get around. But you already have a sat nav as a map. There's a map, and you know when. But
ooh,
yeah, at the moment, I'm not sure if anyone's made a jump.
I was cutting some grass there.
There's yellow flags as that is Jutsi slowing down to let JMB Surreal by, who's on a lap. Let's see what can he do. He's not been on the great pace. His pace has not been amazing. It's been good, but not amazing. That is Chinley, I believe, spinning out or losing traction, or just going very, very, very slow. As yeah, it is Chinley. But let's see. JMB's actually pit, so I believe he's abandoned that lap. But yeah, I believe now let's see what can arrange to do on the mediums. So he's just saying laps on the medium comparative tyre low Lion. So let's see what can he do as he does into
Yeah,
the pits.
I think he's come off that medium tyre. He probably thinks it's a little bit slow, but just going on board with Shortbread, just about to finish his lap. He's rounding the final corner. What lap time is he going to set? I don't think it's going to be quick enough for pole, but it's a decent lap. Stays in the same position, but 2.2 tenths up on his time, so not bad.
Yeah, so let's see what can Shortbread do the weekend league world champions. So we're just gonna have hide the
It's
UI.
like,
As now into turn 1, you'll use just all the curb possible, use the sausage curbs. Make sure you don't use too much because you'll invalidate. Shortbread, I believe, is not invalidated, he's not, which is great news for him. Now into turn 4, using just as much curb here, try not to go too aggressive and trigger happy with the throttle. Now through this very, very weird right and right, and now you complete the sequence of chicanes as the first chicane. Now that's belief in validation, though it's not for Shortbread. So let's see now, flying through the chicanes. He's done that pretty nicely, unlike other drivers. So now through the stadium section, he's entering the stadium section at the moment. Now into the hairpin. Yeah, very difficult to execute, especially for overtaking. But now through the final corner, he's all curb here. Now on the exit, here's slight bit of curb. Now onto the right hand side to minimise the track, as that is going to improve him by a tenth and goes into P2 by 700th clear of Matza.
So yeah, good luck from Shortbread. Just like previous, Simon at Apex, he's gonna come around. I think he probably won't have time to go back in, but he's gonna come around the final corner. He does go provisional pole position. So good lap there. He's gonna have time for a cool down and enough time to go again. So yeah, good lap from the Haas lad.
Yeah, so Remy Ashwin will be cheering him on, but there's yellow flags. That is just drivers looking, just slowing down to let other spy. But yeah, Simon's on fire. But great performance from Haas drivers at the moment. But someone like Apex is not going to be pushing, but he's maybe going to go for a cool down low line as he just said. But let's see what does Simon like Apex do. So he just go quickly into the pits and change for new tyres, as he can do that, but it's going to be very tight on the line as he just invalidated his lap, and now he's just going to go off the track to let Ben Roberts pass, who's not having a great performance.
Ooh, understeery through that. Invalid.
Yeah, it has a lot of understeer through there, the British man.
6 tenths up as well.
6
I would
tenths
have
up.
probably put, yeah, he was 6 tenths up.
That would be a P5 or P6 for the Alpine drivers. Already had the win in the weekend league this season, round 1 at Bahrain, but unfortunately he could not attend all the other races.
So
yeah.
I'm just on board with Orange the 2 tenths up through the first sector. Obviously, he's probably going to have a lot to improve. We're locking up quite a fair bit though, but that's probably expected. Mexico's quite a tricky circuit to try and minimise the lockups with. So he's coming through this tricky chicane. We've seen 2 drivers already retire here. Got to be careful not to invalidate. Now he's going to come through, just about to enter the stadium section. A second and a bit. Our Peter leaves the session. I think he's had a bit of a technical glitch. So nice. Oh, Lorenzi, he had a little bit of a moment there, but this doesn't look like a bad lap time. He's going to have to go for another quick lap. He goes P5, so good lap from the Alfa Romeo driver.
So Oranzi doing a great lap there, so that's going to be the end of his proceedings. So Simon Apex, Kev, and Shortbread are not going out, as they are now going out.
They are, but it's a bit late. Unless they're going to cut corners, I think it's a bit late.
Yeah, it looks like to be a bit late, but I believe drivers have actually still crossed the line and not. I still managed to start that lap, so not sure what, but let's see what can Ben Roberts do now into turn 1. Because the British driver, just say use all the curves you can, as he's executed that absolutely perfectly. Is a bit of a moment through the exit, but now Kev letting everybody past, as now he's 2 tenths up through the first sector, 23. So that's a very good first sector now through this double right-hander, and it's just got to be very patient on the throw now into the triple chicane. Follow for Ben Roberts now as he does go big.
Oh! And I think that is going to end Ben Roberts' proceedings.
Yeah, that is going to end it.
And it does. Oof. And some people just don't make the cut. Like, so then, isn't that Simon the Apex on pole, right?
Unless Simon the Apex has just started his lap. He is in
he got there with milliseconds then.
He must have. Sure better start his lap.
Then there's a glitch there because our timer was up.
That section is horrible. Yeah, it's absolute. It's. You could just say the triple chicane, Gav. But yeah, the S section is just absolutely horrid. But now Sam the Apex, can he defeat the Titan Jutsi Kev? He's now gonna try and look for pole position as Oranzi just sits.
Simon invalidated, so and he's round.
Oh, he's round, and now
Simon's quali over.
Sam the Apex quali's over, but Jutsi Kev's a 10th up in the first sector. So now let's see what can he do now. The Red Bull man. Let's see what can he do now. Flying through that triple chicane. You can't invalidate here, otherwise it's over for your qualifying. He does execute it pretty good through the triple chicane section. He's done a pretty good middle sector. Looks pretty clean. Bit of a moment through the rear. Now through the hairpin he goes.
Here we go.
He's executed that absolutely perfectly, pinpoint, as sharp as a knife. That was sharply executed. Now through the final corner, and now he's pole position by 3 tenths, a 14.8 for Jutsi Kev. That is pole position for Jutsi Kev.
Is a round of applause from me. What a lap that is, getting into the high 14s. Great driver that Jutsi Kev is. Absolutely superb. Well done.
That Jutsi Kev is so too fast. That, yeah, what a player. Yeah, he hasn't played in 3 months, so that's how fast he is. But yeah, he's been practicing a lot for this race. So yeah, so Jutsi Kev P1, Simon that Apex takes P2. Is a good result for the Haas drivers. We've taken P2, P4. That was a perfect lap. Yeah, that was exactly. Shortbread P3, reigning champion. Good result for him. Raincy P5. Tabby Top Decks, Chinley, Heblerino, Joshi complete the standings of the top 10. Ben Roberts, DPD, Peter and JMB Surreal finish the grid for the race.
Yeah, interesting. Very, very interesting qualifying there. Yeah, really good. Good for Jitsikev. Obviously dry. Hopefully we can see some rain. Yeah, but obviously dry, and we'll be going for the formation lap. Be interesting to see what tyres everyone's starting on as well. Well, we know what the top 10 is starting on, but I think they probably will start on the soft tyre. But anyway, it'll still be interesting.
Yeah, so it's going to be very interesting. The rundown into turn this year is very long. You have to have a great stop, and the drive behind will just get such a good slipstream behind it into turn one, and it's one of the longest rundowns into turn one. It's just never ending, and you just want to get that straight done with as quickly as you humanly can. Cause like you're just like, God, just come on. But anyway, we're now starting the formation lap here in Mexico for the weekend league for round 9 and for the penultimate round of this Formula 1 World Championship here in Weekend League Season 7.
So then, tyres for the entire grid are Jutskev, Simon the Apex, Shortbread, Matza, Orange, Tabby Top Deck, Chinley, De Hebler, Heblerino, Joshi. So the entire top 10 are on the softs, but Ben Roberts, DBD, R. Peter are all on the medium. So the top 10 on the soft and the bottom 4 on the medium. So that's an interesting strategy from those guys.
Yeah, so it's going to be very interesting as now everyone's going to be warming up the tyres, bring energy to their brakes and making sure those tyres on the surface and carcass temperatures are good to race. But the medium runners will have a bit of a harder time because they'll have the less grip at the start. And at this type of circuit where the straight is just so long, it can be very, very, very harsh on you, but hopefully everyone gets off the line cleanly and no chaos happens. But low line is going to be a very interesting start to the race, and it can be very chaotic as as Mexico can produce some chaotic moments, and as well as the triple chicane.
So yeah, all warming up their tyres. We're getting ready for lights out and away we go for the the penultimate round, right? I think.
Penultimate round, correct.
Yes, the penultimate round. So everyone is going to be lining up on the grid. So I'm going to hand it over, and yeah, hopefully everyone has a clean and comfortable race start.
Yeah, so now it's gonna be the start of the penultimate round of the Weekend League Championships. Let's see who is gonna reign supreme, and who's gonna be advantaged here. As now the glitch, as it's gonna be like that, but now the revs rise. Now it's gonna be lights out and away we go very shortly, and it is lights out and away we go. And Jutikev gets a fantastic start. Shortbread capitalizes as he tucks in behind. Now it's and it's 3 wide between the Mercedes. As it's gonna be so much close racing as Jutikev goes into turn 1 leading comfortably. Shortbread and Simon Apex battling in the distance. Contact between Chinley and Matza. They've been in the bit of tucker. Now there's Joshi spinning out at the exit, missing some contact as Matza goes down the inside of Chinley, gets the move done, but Chinley's still on the inside there. As there's very close racing between now Chinley and Tabby Topdex getting involved. He pushes his elbows out and manages to get ahead of Chinley, who's in 6th place at the moment. But at the moment, very clean start.
Ben Roberts almost spun out there. He got on the curb too much and had to really grab the car and steer it to the left just to make sure he didn't spin. And I think he might be looking for a move, maybe not, as De Hebler goes a bit defensive. So yeah, great race start for everyone. Unlucky for Joshi though. So unlucky is the man in the Aston Martin. Always. Oh, and there's a moment over Racy. In the wall.
In the wall.
And has made contact with DBD, I think.
He's got front wing damage, as well as DBD.
I think DBD collected him. I think that was contact between the two Alpha Romeo drivers.
Tabby top decks. Oh, there's contact. There was very much contact. Matza
Oh,
and
no,
Tabby
that's
top decks.
oh.
3 wide now. Matza, Chinley,
Oh, this isn't gonna end well.
Tabby top decks now is still 3 wide. Oh my
Oh, what?
days! As there's a bit of contact.
Switch back.
As now Chinley and Heblerina and De Hebler are getting involved, as well as Ben Roberts, who's done a good start. This is fantastic racing at the moment, as now it's Chinley just ahead of Heblerina, who tucks in behind the British driver in Aston Martin.
Wow, supremely tight and clean racing there 3 wide into that corner. I thought I'd never see anything like it. Ooh, Tabby top decks almost ran into the back of Matt today. Went a bit deep. Oh, another 3-second TP for Tabby top decks. So unlucky. But now Simon that Apex hasn't quite got DRS yet, but actually does go and set a fastest lap.
Yeah, so some of the Apex in the pace here, just the slipstream he has will be very big as he pulls out just to have a lot of guys take us. Hamilton is sure, I'm not sure how it's supposed to be, but anyway, Ben Roberts looking to try get past the Hebler, so now without Joshi, DBD and Orainsi are looking to try on the hard. I mean, I was going to say they're on the hard really interestingly, as very interesting. So let's see what can they pull out of that. But at the moment, everyone's unscathed and everyone is safely through, and we're into 3 laps. Bizarre, as some of the Apex now trying to pressurize Shortbread here. So Shortbread just not can't get in DRS of Jutsikev.
Oh, the Hebler!
The Hebler is out of, and that is
Safety
car. No, it's a virtual
only
safety
a VSC.
car.
I thought it was a full safety car. Oh, I would have loved the full safety car, but unlucky for the Ferrari of De Hebler. I think he got on the curb and spun. Oh, and Tabby Soptex has got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
So he's got 8 seconds in total, so that's very big. What's happened to Hebler? He's probably lost the rear at the S section, like where O-Range is going through right now.
Yeah.
How show Chinley? Hey, Chinley just walked into his room. Oh, nice. Samsung's about to was saying came out first. I'm not sure, Cryptech, about the damn thing, but I believe it's normal. I think it's gonna be normal, but again, it's gonna. Oh, DPD drive through with a speeding under the virtual safety car, so that's gonna hamper him a lot. He's got a helmet on. He has a helmet on. Why? That's really strange.
So are we? No, actually, ignore me. I'm just saying stuff as the VSC as they all get underway. So I'm just waffling there. Sorry about that.
Yeah, that's fine. Some of the Apex at the moment looking to try and get past Shortbread, and with the DRS, some of the Apex could get past him. Just look at the slipstream he gets. It's just absolutely never ending. Shortbread defends to the inside of some of the Apex, but some of the Apex is still behind. Shortbread gets a 3-second time penalty. As yeah, so the settings are the same, so it's reduced, I believe. So reduced. Okay, thank you. So some of the Apex just pressurizing. Sorry about that. Some of the Apex just giving as much pressure on Mr. Shortbread here, and at the moment it's very close.
Yeah. Apart from the Shortbread Simon battle, there isn't really much going on the racetrack. Yeah, but Simon is really gaining. Shortbread with that 3-second time penalty, that was due to him being pressured by Simon. So I think Simon's probably going to overtake him on the straight here. I would not be surprised if that is what happens. But I'm going to hand it back over.
Yeah, so, Ginny bought some gloves the other day and ordered extra large full suit. He ordered himself a suit, a race suit. That is very strange, but very, it's a pretty creative idea though. So he'll gain him at least a second lap. It's an immersive experience. It's a nice idea, but look at Simon that Apex. Jutikev's made a mistake, I think.
I think Jutsikev has made a mistake, and Simon the Apex is right on the gearbox. So Simon the Apex, if he gets into free air, I think that this race is probably Simon's. Yeah, if he does get into free air, I think that this race, yeah, will be Simon's. But we never know. Can Jutsikev just remain in front? Because Simon is on very low ERS. So yeah, he's just got to remain in front, keep calm, and defend.
Yes, and now it's going to be a freeway battle for which is the lead. But Simon Apex now going to be looking to get past Jutsikev. Now they're all depleting their ERS. And the first driver who's going to be out is Jutsikev. As now with DRS, Simon the Apex is going to get him with the slipstream, with the overspeed. He goes round the outside. Jutsikev can't do anything about it. And he does take the lead at the Mexican Grand Prix for the moment, but he has DRS here, as now he's going to be gaining a lot of straight line speed here.
Yeah, DBD!
DBD, as over the north.
I was just about to say that Simon the Apex is about to lap DBD, and then he spins it unlucky for the Williams driver, causing him even more unwanted pain. So then what has actually happened? So unlucky for him.
Sorry there. So yes, so Remy Ashton cheering on the man, Mr. Simon that Apex. He's looking to try. I think that Chinley is driving. He's at some lights. He's like go go go. So yeah, so Chinley's a kind of pretty sim racer then. It must see, but Jutikev's lost to a second. He's pitting. I think he's said, no, I can't be on these tyres anymore. They're pretty much gone, and I'm not feeling good on them anymore. So at the moment, Jutikev into the pits, again for the yellow marked medium compound of tyres, as the Red Bull goes on back to the circuit with some clean air. Unless JMB Surreal manages to get him on straight, as he's not going to get him. So Jutikev has clean air, which he needs, which is crucial for this Grand Prix.
Yes, so the early pitters like Tabby Top Decks and Chinley are going to massively benefit when the medium runners like JMB Surreal, Ben Roberts and Matt to come in, and Chinley gets for 3 seconds. But when they come in, they're going to benefit, but they are going to be on older tyres towards the end of the race. But it should help them get into the higher positions.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a link. So yeah, http ://gavracing.altavista.org and to find out about the league. So make sure if you want to join, you're absolutely welcome. There's no skill required, nothing pretty much required. But Matt takes the lead as the Mexican Grand Prix because he's just has not pitted yet. He's still due to pit. Simon the Apex still ahead of Shortbread, who let's see now. This is a crucial part, but Jutikev's jumped both of them.
Wow. The undercut has proved critical there for the Red Bull driver. So he's in a net position 1 right now. So good for him, but Simon the Apex is going to apply the pressure.
Well, but here comes Mr. Chinley. Now with DRS and overtake, goodness substitution, what else do you want? For this type of situation, goes round the outside in the inspired Mick Schumacher
Oh, what's
helmet.
happened?
Or DVD.
Is it DBD? It is
Yes,
DBD.
I think it's
And
a bit
he's
of a
around
contact with
again.
the wall.
Oh,
He's
and he's
retired on track.
retired.
He's retired
And
on
could
track.
there be a safety car due to it? Depending on where he stops.
Ooh!
Oh!
JB nearly hit him. Oh, now this is going to force Jamie Stewart to defend here.
Oh! And is there going to be a safety car?
Oh, Tabby top decks. Oh, this is getting very hairy.
Ooh.
Very.
No safety car.
It's getting
Yeah,
very
that has
personal.
lost JMB some positions, I think, actually.
That's lost him 2 positions. As
And
now,
then,
here goes
here we
Simon.
go. Oh, is he going to get him? He is probably going to go around the outside of switchback even. And Jutsi cut the track a little bit there. And Jutsi cut the track even more. He got a 3-second time penalty.
That is
So,
very bad.
yes, 100%. And that's probably going to cost him the win. Unless Simon gets him on track or has a little bit of a spin. Ooh.
He nearly rams into the rear of Jutsi. Yes, there's a lot of mates here for Chinley, so Chinley looking now to defend from Tabby Top Decks, James Rule, and man, this is so exciting. Yeah, it is, especially at fight for the win here.
Oh, JMB!
JMB Sabril. Ooh, that's a
He
big
was
hit.
round. He didn't touch anything. He just managed to avoid it. But he was round.
Yeah, so talking about spins at the triple chicane, here's an example.
And here we go.
Pace. Oh, Sunlight Apex comes now onto it's a Jutsi Kev, as now he does get ahead into turn just before turn 1. Pretty quickly, is now all shortbread. Very close, fairly close to Mr. Short Jutsi Kev. So Jutsi Kev won't have the ERS. So nervous, man. But yeah, Sunlight Apex takes the lead at the moment for the Mexican Grand Prix, so it's looking very interesting and very exciting at the moment, as Shortbread is now right onto Jutsikev's gearbox, and both of them are applying pressure now to Simon, that Apex, who's looking to try and get out the DRS of Jutsikev, but now the DRS zone here is going to reduce that gap to Simon Apex.
So yes, he is, and Jutikev could be doing the exact same thing that Simon did to him.
Oh, he looks to the inside. Tabby Doherty nearly rams the rear of Chinley, and yeah. As it goes on that sausage curb, I hate that sausage curb. I will not be touching that if I was you. Matza. There goes Matza. Jutsikev. Around the outside of Simon Apex. What else do you need for Mr. Jutsikev? Around the outside he goes. That is Joshi.
Oh, Joshi's had a spin in the stadium section. So unlucky for him.
So yeah, there's a lot of spins. As now Matza looking now to get past Tabby Dubdex. Is it going to be more points for Haas in the Constructors' Championship? It's going to be crucial. As Tabby Dubs gets the 3-second time penalty, he makes contact with Chinley. And you always touch the sausage, yeah. You always, yeah. The sausage curbs, yeah. At times. But at the moment, I'm just gonna tell you, there's a bit of a tip on F1 2021. If the crowd make this like "oh" sound, that means you don't have damage on the wing when you make contact, like with a wall. But like if there's no damage there, if it's damage, then they're not gonna do that sound. Just a tip.
That's a helpful tip, I'll tell you that one.
Look how much ERS does Mr. Shortbread is only at 45, and Jutty Kev's running on fumes on ERS.
Oh, yes, he is. And Shortbread is going to. I didn't even notice Shortbread had got past Simon. If I'm completely honest with you, switch
Yeah,
back maybe. No, just about. Oof. That was a bit close though, wasn't it?
yeah. So they're pretty close there at the moment. Between Shortbread as they'll tap Dopdex and
Ooh.
Chinley now, wheel to wheel here.
Matt's.
Matzo's gonna get involved. He does think of a free
Oh, one
wide.
that.
Or as now Matzo looks to try and get Tabu Dopdex back. But it doesn't manage to get him as at the moment it's Chinley, Tabby and Matzo. He's gonna and Ben Roberts who gets a 3-second time penalty, as now it's going to be Chinley, Tabby, Matza, Ben Roberts,
Three.
as it
Oh.
nearly 3
Oh.
wide.
Oh, and Ben Roberts will ascend.
To the inside, that was very, very bright for him to make that take stick, but unfortunately
Oh,
it
he's
did not work.
Shortbread.
Shortbread, round the
Passed.
outside, as some of that Apex now, Shortbread takes the lead, jokes aside. It's a close race. Yeah, it's a very close race. Tabby Doctors goes round the outside of Chinley, so it's going to be Tabby, Chinley, Matza, Ben Roberts, all over Matza. Let's see what can he do now with the ERS.
Ooh.
Now looking to send it to the inside.
Ooh.
Matza moves a bit late there.
Aggressive defending.
Yeah, very aggressive
Oh,
defending.
yeah, snap.
Always Ben Roberts round the outside he goes, and he manages to take P6. And he's going to try and get P5 or even P4 on the cards. That's a big card. That's
That was
another
a
card.
cut.
That's 2 warnings there probably on the cards
Yeah.
for Ben Roberts.
Yeah.
Here's another attack to his cards, now looking to go round the outside. He gets forced off the track, and that's a 3-second time penalty for him. He got a bit forced off there by Chinley. As Chinley, they're still keeping it side by side, clean racing.
Matt wants to get involved.
As now Jutty, Kevin, Shortbread are now fighting again, so
Side by side.
side by side, Jutty Kev manages to get the move done as Shortbread gets forced off. Some of that Apex is now going to get involved in the Haas, and now he's going to get ahead of Jutty Kev. Jutty Kev defends the inside. He looks to try and go down the inside, but he is ahead of a Shortbread who's lost 2 positions in the space of 4 corners. As our Ben Roberts get past Tabby Dogdeck, so Ben Roberts on the surge right now, and now he's going to try to lock for to solidify that P4 with the soft tyres.
Yeah. Ben Roberts. He is looking pretty quick on those soft tyres, but I think penalties are going to come at a roue here for the Alpine driver, as I think there might be a move on Jutsikev for either Simon or Shortbread, so that is going to be interesting. So Simon is using all he has. Jutsikev is weaving on the straight. Is he going to pass him? Is the crucial question right now. No, I don't think so. Unless he's going to send one. No, he thinks better of it. But he might pass him on the next straight here. He's got to be careful. He's not got a penalty at the moment. So at the moment, he is your net race winner. But is he, and does he want to pass him on track? Let's have a look. He isn't close enough under braking, so unlucky. And that's Heblerino. I think did he reset to track? I don't think he did.
No,
He's got heavy front wing damage though.
No front wing for the German. So yeah, Ferrari, not a good race. Chinley now, getting ahead of Tammy Dobdex. Maxa just can't find a way to get past the pair of them as Tammy Dobdex has 14 seconds of time penalties. Chinley's got 3. So at the moment, Benel's going to gain 3 seconds in 2 laps. And that's a warning for Ben Roberts there, going a bit wide. But he can't afford to get another penalty. Aberrera's retired in the pit lane.
In the pits.
So that is a DNF for him. There's a double DNF for Ferrari, so a very bad race for the first one, but they can't bounce back in the next one. But can Max do something about it to help with the Constructors' Championship still? But Simon the Apex is behind still. The man Jutsi Kev, as now is
Oh,
Joshi.
Joshi's crashed.
Crashed again. That's a massive crash.
Oh, right in the middle of the track. Ooh. No safety car, obviously.
Crash. No, it's because of the it's the penultimate lap here. But will that car, as the car gets dislodged out of the circuit, and he is now gonna be out of the circuit now.
Oh! Jutsi got on the curb there.
Nearly spun, I believe. Man. Oh, Simon looking for the move. There's contact. No, there's no contact.
Oh, Shortbread.
Oh, for the double overtake.
Oh.
No, he can't do it, unfortunately.
Oh. That would have been a contender for overtake of the week.
Yes, that would be definitely. But some Apex looking to go round the outside and find the corner, but can't do it quite yet now.
3 wide moment.
Lap, as now it's gonna be 3 wide.
No, it's not going to be 3 wide. Jutsi's dropped. Jutsi is dropped.
But now Shortbread does take the lead, but Simon Apex could get on track unless he gets a 3-second time penalty. He just has to keep it on track. Jutsi Kev. My heart fell out of my mouth. He nearly lost the rear.
Simon has one more warning, and if he goes off track, he will get a penalty, and Shortbread will win the race. And there's yellows, and that's a hat. That's Matza.
That is
to add insult to injury from his race, he has spun or made contact. But we need to watch through here. Is Simon going to get a penalty? No, I think he's going to keep it clean. But let's have a look.
So it's going to be missed Simon Apex unless he gets somehow a penalty. The flares, the confetti sprays in the stadium section. RP gets a 3-second.
I thought that was Simon that Apex.
But Simon that Apex, Shortbread gets on track, but Simon that Apex, take a bow, he wins the Mexican Grand Prix. Jutsuke with third, a good result for him, as it's Simon that winner Mexico for him. Ben Roberts takes a P4 after a very poor result in qualifying. But yeah, Kevin Jutsu did a fantastic race, but unfortunately wasn't enough to get the race win. But Chinley gets P5, Matzo obviously with that spin takes P6, and Extra's P7, so moved up a place because of Tabby Doptex's heavy penalty charge. RP to get P8, O'Rainsy P8, he does get the fastest lap. Very nice, as he does get 8th, so good points. That is Simon, what a beast. That is a very good statement there, very good race from him. He got thrown at, especially the battles, but he's managed to get the race win here by the expense of his race rivals having penalties and areas on the podium. And that is a fantastic result. And what do you say on our race, Love Lion?
Oh, good quality performance from Matza there to hold off. To even contend with those three for the time he did is absolutely superb for the Flying Dutchman. Shortbread also having a good race. But yeah, very eventful, and hopefully we can see that sort of thing happen in the next part of the next race.
Yeah, so that is gonna be a very interesting for race 2, but that concludes it. So Simon Apex, Shortbread and Jotty Kev are the podium sitters. Ben Roberts 11th to 4th, a very good result for him. He'll be happy with that. Chinley P5, Matsu P6, Tabby Top Decks. These three had a very big fight Rainsy, after an unfortunate race start, P8, RP to P9, not Joshi, Jamie Sewell takes the top 10. Joshi, Heblerina, DBD, and the Hebler round off the grid, or the results I should say, for the first race.
Yeah, so on to the second race then. A one-shot quali will be interesting. We'll be going on board with Shortbread just like usual, hoping that he can get the pole position. So once Gav sorts everything out, we should be good for one-shot quali. So yeah, let's hope that this is interesting.
Yeah, so it's going to be a very interesting play. That was a fantastic race. What's the best race this season? Race this season, I think. Yep. Yeah, that was a great. It's about for some sweaty hands. So yeah, built a very big nail biting action, but low line are going to take you through the lap around the Hermanos Rodriguez circuit with Mr. Shortbread, the reigning world champion here in the weekend league. And let's see,
Yeah.
is he gonna be reigning supreme with pole position for race 2 for the final race of the weekend league?
So this is going to be the obviously one-shot quali. I'm hoping for a little bit of rain. That would spice a lot of things up. But that is what I'm hoping for. So yeah, 13 seconds till we go into this, and yeah, hoping for quali.
Remy Yashwin, thank you for subscribing at tier 1. That's really
Oh
appreciate.
wow.
Yeah, so Remy Ashwin, thank you very much for that. Really appreciate it, and yeah, really happy with that. So thank you. There is by someone. That was sick. Yeah, definitely. Hopefully, the next race will be more the same. Hopefully, but I'll give it now to Low Lion, who's going to be taken on board with Shortbread.
Ooh, it's
Mexico.
dry, sad.
Unless it's going to be rain at the race, it can be. Never know.
Ooh, I do hope so. So the one-shot quali starts in 8 seconds. So 2 more seconds. Let's go on board then with Shortbread. Once everything loads, hopefully everyone's got their setups on, and we will be going for the one-shot quali. We're just waiting for players. So just waiting for everyone to ready up. Now we've got another 30-second wait, so just have a little intermission. Yeah, we'll come back just before we start one-shot quali. Like a 10-second intermission, but we are back. So let's go then. On board with the McLaren driver of Shortbread then. About to begin the lap, and now off we go. So heading down into turn 1. The longest straight on the calendar, some do like to say. So we are going under the Emirates sign. Gonna brake at the 100-meter board. Got to make sure not to take too much curb there. Got to be careful not to invalidate. Nice and clean, nice and good through there for Shortbread. Is going to come through this little main straight. And Jutsikev has crashed, unfortunately, I think, and is out of one-shot quali. So that helps Shortbread and Simon that Apex is one of their rivals. Will be starting from the back of the grid. So hitting that double Apex corner, managing not to run too wide through there. Now we're coming up to this S/3 triple chicane section, and this is a horrible section on the track, especially on controller. It also wears out your tyres pretty quickly. Shortbread has taken that superbly, but at the moment it is Ben Roberts on set for pole position, but that doesn't really matter. Still on board with Shortbread. Heading through the stadium section here, rounding the penultimate couple of corners. So here it is, the penultimate corner. Simon at Apex at the moment. He is on set for pole, but who's going to have a better run? It is Simon at Apex who sets. Oh, and Maxter's jumped him. Wow. So I think he was Simon at Apex on pole. So the two Haas boys are flying at the top of the grid.
So Kevin Jutsi starting from P14, that's a very bad lap for him, very unfortunate for the Red Bull, but it's a 1-2 for Haas. It's a 1-2, and by a matter by 400ths, but looking at the top 10 separated by top 7 I should say, by about 8/10ths, and to be precise 8/10ths and 22/100ths of a second. But happy with the podium. But yeah, Gavra he will try his best, and he's gonna pull out of another hat here today. But now we're gonna be starting with the final race here, Low Lion.
Yeah, just interestingly, that Orangey was the only one to go for quali on the medium tyre. So I do think that it's probably going to be a dry race. I'm hoping for it not to be, but it is. So a dry race to end the Weekend League Season 7 Championship. 25 seconds, and we will have a little intermission right now. Right then, let's go for the formation lap. Hopefully Zexify is with me. So the top 11 are on the soft tyre with the bottom 3 on the medium. So that is the tyre choice. What do we think about that?
Yeah, so I think it's a very interesting tyre choice. I expected Jutsikov to go on the mediums because it would be just so much faster at the end of the race. So let's see how will he fare in the compound. But yeah, Jutsikov is a pretty experienced driver. In the Super League, was a former driver in F1 2020. He's a very fast driver, and I know he's going to try and do a fantastic race to see off the final race of the season before season 8 in 2 weeks' time.
So yes, the beginning of the formation lap. Well, midway through the formation lap, and Jutsikov is probably hoping for a good start, as someone at Apex then is going to be around in the final corner. What's happened?
Heblerino, or the Hebler. Yeah, Heblerino and Chile have a bit of a moment. Heblerino stepping aside, Chile just diving it like a race. Yeah, anyway, everything was alright, so now we're going to be preparing for the race. So here we go now. So Samuel Apex, Matzo, Haas 1-2. If it's going to be a Haas 1-2, Remy Ashwin is going to be having a party celebration here. But the Haas could be on the podium here, happily. But let's see how the race will fare. He admits that. So let's see how will it fare. So the green flags are waving, ready to go racing, and now we'll be waiting briefly because as now lights are going to be running, but it's not going to be light up yet. The red's going to be rising. The overtake buttons will be turned on, and it's light up. For away we go for the final round of Weekend League.
Simon, great start.
Simon at Apex gets a fantastic start, like Jutsikov last time out. It's a 4 wide, 5 wide, I believe. As it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 wide.
4 wide.
As it's very
and
much
it's a spin.
expected. Ben Roberts. Oh, there's
I had a feeling someone was going to spin there as our Peter cuts the whole track. But I had a feeling that there was going to be a spin, and I think there's some front wing damage.
All the Haas teammates are looking to try and go side by side, but but Apex is just inches ahead at the moment, as Chinley now gets ahead of his teammate Joshi. Joshi settles into P7 at the moment. A good start from him. TBD with a good start as well, as he's going to try and look to stay ahead of Heblerino. Now JB Surreal at the moment, but Ben Roberts, what a bad start for him.
Yeah, unlucky, but we all knew that 4 wide was never going to work in any circumstance. I mean, it's a very wide track start, but 4 wide is never ever going to end well at any track. So surprising that anyone even went for it, but I guess it's the start and the heat of the moment. But Simon at Apex got an absolute flyer as Kev has just passed our pitter, but our pitter in the pits, I think he got some front wing damage with the Ben Roberts condition.
Yeah, possibly. So he's going into the pits. So that's going to be pretty unfortunate for him. But Kev at the moment in the points, and he's got 3 seconds ahead of him to try and go down. But at the moment, Simon at Apex with a pretty high pressure from his teammate and brother Simon Matza, who's looking to try and get Simon and Shortbread as well, looking going aside. Tabby Dogdex trying to get as much pressure as he can at the moment, but the Hebler now behind him, as that's just a spinner to TBD.
Oh no!
He's got damage on the right hand side end plate, so he's got a pit for new tyres, but look, it's a very nice free battle here. Orange looking to go round the outside into the stadium section. Ben Roberts is trying to go, as there's all that's very close racing between JB and Ben Roberts, as JB ends up P12 and Ben Roberts P11.
Oh, that was a cut. Gypsy Kev cut the final corner there, but he's had an okay restart. He could definitely go a lot higher, I think, for the man in the Red Bull. But yeah, so he is gonna hope for a good end to the season.
So we actually have 3 brothers. So Remy Ashford is the brother of Matza and Simon. So that's very nice to see. So let's see what can they do. So they're just battling in the distance. Shortbread about 1.2 seconds. So now it's looking to certainty. It could be a 1-2 for Haas.
Yes, that would be very good for the Haas lads. The Flying Dutchmen, they're very good at circuits like these. So yes, hopefully they do get the 1-2. I think Shortbread has sort of relaxed off a little bit after the championship win, but I think he still wants to try as hard as he can. So, very interesting.
Yeah, so Shortbread still behind him. So now everyone's top 4 is now get a bit spaced out now, so not any close fights, but the Heber now closing in on Tabby Dubdex here with DRS, and he's not gonna closing very quickly, but Chinley now looking to try and get past it. But let's see Ben Roberts, so just look at the slipstream he has. The Alpine closing in very quickly on the Alfa Romeo, goes down the inside of O'Rainsey, and how about that, a great overtake from him, and moves himself up to P10 in the points, and gets ahead of O'Rainsey, the man in Super League.
Yes. So interesting for everyone. It's been quite a good.
Joshi and Hebler, sorry to cut you off there, but Joshi and Heblerino are having a bit of moments together at the double right-hander, but Joshi is behind him still, so pretty close there, but no contact.
So yeah, I don't really mind that you cut me off because I don't really have much to say anyway. So, yeah, not much is really happening right now from what I can see. So yeah, pretty interesting. Apart from the fact that Simon Apex is running away from this race.
Yeah, so Joseph Kev, Joshi and Heblerino having this nice little fight. The Hebler and Chinley as well having this fight. So it's got 2 3-wave battles here commencing. But Joshi now looking good down the inside of Heblerino. He does get close the door into turn 1. and gets the move done into turn 1, and now it gets ahead, and now he has obviously the DRS into turn 2 because there's no detection point into turn 1, so only through the final corner at the exit of stadium section. So yeah, pretty interesting there. But Shortbread now closed up to Matt, so Matsu maybe made a mistake, or his tyres was he's just got no grip in those soft tyres, as he's gonna try and now look Jutsuke gets ahead of Heberino before the triple S's. So there goes the Hebler down the inside of Tabby Dop. Next good move, but Tabby Dop switches it back. This side by side through the hairpin. Very interesting fight there, very close but no contact. But but nice tire banging there between the pair of them. But the Hebler gets ahead of him and now has 4th place to him.
Chinley.
Jutsy's making a good comeback. Yeah, he's making a good comeback. He's now looking to try and get Joshi here very soon.
Oh, Tabby top decks down the inside of the Hebler. Oh, bit of contact. And that's allowing Chinley to capitalise. But is the Hebler going to go for the move? Are they going to make it 3 wide into this chicane? Yes, they are the yellows. Jutsi Kev has lost it. I think that's a little bit of a commentator's curse.
As Gavra's made a curse on Jutsi Kev, he spun at the turn 1s and 2. That is very unfortunate for Jutsi Kev. As yeah, commentator's curse there, and it just happened there, unfortunately. But don't worry about that, Gav. But Chinley looking to go down. Don't want to curse him. Yeah, definitely. Look at Chinley, Low Lion.
Yes, Chinley, what a move. Well, maybe not. I don't actually know what happened. I wasn't really paying attention. Oh, and he gets
attack.
a 3-second time penalty. Oh, yes. And he is going to probably overtake Tabby Top Decks down the main straight. Let's have a look at this there. Down into turn 1. Doesn't even need turn 1. An easy pass for him.
He spun, I believe, Gavra. I believe he has spun at the exit of turn 2. You hit that sausage curb. You could spin unless you executed that curb perfectly. Tabby Dopdex now in P5 with Chinley. The Hebler's dropped about 2 positions, so the Hebler not his cup of tea at the moment, dropping down 2. But what we know is the Hebler into P6, trying to now look to get past Tabby Dopdex and Chinley, but Matza gets a 3-second time penalty. Shortbread pressurising Matza. Matza loves to use that ERS battery, but now
Yellows.
Shortbread. Ben Roberts.
No front wing.
That's
He's hit the curb probably, and has gone into the wall. Oh, and that's Jutsi. He's done the same thing.
He's not hit the wall though.
Yeah, but he's fully gone and done the same thing as Ben Roberts did, and Matt's into the pit lane there.
Matt's now into the pit, and he's going to be the first one to pit, and he's going to try and look for the undercut here. But now what he needs is clean and fresh air, because that is what he needs, and he's going to exactly get that. And this is a fantastic scenario. Tabby Dopdex into the pits as well. Joshi follows. So we've got 3 pit stop drivers here. As Jutsi Kevin with 3-second time. Ben Roberts retires.
Oh, Ben Roberts! Oh, why, Ben? Why? He could have been on for points, I think. Probably not what he wanted, but why has he done that? But, I mean, it is up to him at the end of the day, so...
Yeah, so now DPD enters the pit. The Hebler now trying to apply pressure on Mr. Chinley. The Hebler gets a 3-second time penalty. He went a bit too wide there and does get himself a 3-second time penalty to his name. So that is very unfortunate for him. But the most important thing is now how Simon at Apex pits, Shortbread pits as well. And now Matza, all eyes now on Matza. who is gonna become, as Chinley gets a 5-second time penalty for,
Oh.
and that could be race defining for him. And as now James Matza now into the straight, there are as now Simon at Apex gets ahead, but Matza does get ahead of Shortbread, as Matza does get ahead of Shortbread, but not enough.
Oh, and Toby Top Decks is going for a move on Chinley. Round
Side
the
by
outside, side by side. Oh, and there's a bit of wheel bang in there between those two.
Now the Hebler's getting involved here. The line is going to be very close battling here. The Hebler with the DRS. Tabby Dobdex looking to challenge Mr. Chinley. Chinley goes to the inside. He does make it work, but Tabby Dobdex does the cutback. Goes down the inside. I thought there would be some contact as it looked uncertainty. But at the moment, Chinley does get ahead and have some breathing room for him for now. But Shortbread has a 3-second time penalty, so now it's going to be a fight for P2 here on the cards for the pair of them.
So yes, this is a very close battle between these three, but De Hebler looks to be getting involved as Heblerino does go into the pit lane. Matza is still behind Simon the Apex.
Chinley on
What
JB's
happens?
reel.
Oh yes. Oh, and it's gonna be 3 wides even, maybe not. Oh, Tabby Top Decks is gonna go for the move.
For a split second, was a 3 wide. There's wheel banging between Tabby Dobdex and Chinley, so they're just making as there's a lot of space.
Oh,
And
and there's contact.
There's a bit of contact, no damage given to the both of them. So Tabby Dobdex is now going to have the slipstream. The car looks to be very good on the straight line, as Tabby Dobdex now looks to try and get him, but he can't do it quite yet. The Hebler's on the right, all over the back of him. Jutsi Kev's getting involved now in this battle. We have the readers now going to get involved, and it's going to be a very close battle between them.
Yes, so that contact at turn 1 maybe did that hinder Tabby Top Decks. He actually looked a little bit slow, but I don't think he's got any front wing damage. Short Matza has actually been overtaken by Shortbread, so that 1-2 has gone and disbanded, so unlucky for them.
Yes, that's very unfortunate, pardon me there, but yeah, Matza, that's very unfortunate for him, but now he's going to have the DRS, and he's going to be gaining a lot of time. JB Spill pulls into the pits, and he calls his time, but it looked like Tabby Dobdex went out of the pits, but Tabby Dobdex gets ahead of Chinley, who into turn 1 is P6 at the moment. The Hebler couldn't do anything with the DRS he had as well, but that's a great move from Tabby Dobdex. Seals himself P5 for the moment, but Matza and Shortbread are battling.
Oh, yes they are, and they were going side by side into the chicane. Now Matza is right on the back of Shortbread.
Yeah, so Matza now looking to get attack, going attack mode right now on Shortbread, but Shortbread's very good around this section and for the final sector. As now Matza using the ERS, trying to close in on Shortbread, and he's closing quite quickly, but now he's brake a bit late, as that could be pretty crucial. But he's in the DRS zone, detection point, so he's going to be in the DRS. No matter what, he's hit the wall!
Oh! And oh wow! That is gonna change everything! Wow!
Might have damage.
Might.
I think he's had a bit of a whack on the wall. But now there's going to be a battle between Chinley and Tabby Dobdex again. Will they see each other side by side into turn 1? As Chinley does get a 3-second time penalty for track extensions. But now looking at the Hebler's right there behind him, so heavily pressurized now. But the Hebler stays ahead of behind. Chinley at the moment. Josh, you could get involved, as well as Heblerino here very soon.
Yeah. So, very interesting race. Laps to go. So, let's go, bro. This is going to be an interesting sprint. Towards the end of the race is actually Heblerino. He's right on the back of Joshi and O'Racy. He's looking for a move on Heblerino. Down the inside. Here we go. Oh, and there's contact between those two.
Oh, there's
And
more
Jutsikev's
contact.
getting involved in this.
There's been a bit more contact at the end of, I believe, turn 10, 11, 12. There's been some contact as Chinley goes into the pits. Justikev stays out on those tyres as at the moment O'Rainsy now getting ahead of Chinley, Joshi I mean, so O'Rainsy now going to be on the hunt for the Hebler as Chinley into the pits goes, and he goes on the soft tyres.
Yes, he is. Was there? Did he have a front wing change by any chance?
I'm not really sure, but the race director, I'll check it right now. So yeah, locking now Chinley, and yes, there was a 7-second stop, and yeah, he did not change his wing. There was a 7-second stop for
Oh,
Chinley.
and here we go. Just Kev, right on the back of Joshi. He's going to look for a move into just at the beginning of the stadium section. Down the inside goes Kev. Last of the late breakers goes a little bit wide. Joshi is going to go round his outside, still side by side, coming through the penultimate couple of corners. Oh, and that's great racing, but Kev's had a little bit of a moment and that allows Heblerino to go back past him.
Yes.
Oh, Kev boxes. Kev's probably got damage, I think.
No, he hasn't stopped yet in the race.
Oh, right. I thought he had damage. Oh, right. Okay.
Oh, wait.
I get you.
Kev. Oh, yeah, there's a glitch. He stayed in the pit box like 5 seconds, and he Simon that apex with a 3-second time penalty, but that doesn't really matter because Shortbread, his rivals have a 3 penalty, so that's why. So it's not that crucial at the moment. So Simon that apex sets a win this race from Shortbread and Matza, and the Hebert and the Rainsy again heavily pressurized here from the very quick Rainsy with the soft compound tires. He's gonna have all the grip in the world. Does he get? So let's see what can Rainsy do now. He's gonna have so much grip and just the advantage of Rainsy. No mistakes when we have 2 Haas boys on the podium. Yeah, so we might have 2 Haas. It's not going to be a 1-2, but it's going to be a double podium for Haas, which is going to probably send them to the winners of Constructors Champions, I believe.
Oh, and Rainsy!
Oh, Rainsy getting ahead of the Hebler into turn 1, just before turn 1, as he does get ahead. Heblerino gets ahead now of Joshi, so it's a Ferrari going up a position and a Ferrari going down a position. So that's that's a bit of a up and down there for Ferrari, but now Rainsy did get ahead of the Hebler. Now he's going to be very quick in the Alfa Romeo car.
Yes, so Rainsy with the grip on the softs is really, really quick. So, yeah, he's doing very, very well. Actually, Chinley and Arbiter are fighting.
For the bare points, Jutikev's getting involved in this, so there's going to be a battle of the points here for Jutikev. So let's see, after 2 series of spinners side by side through the triple chicane, he goes down round the outside. That was an opportunistic move there, but now he's going to go round the outside of
Full stop a little bit.
There's his contact! As he goes
Peter tried to straight line him, I think.
He tried to straight line him.
Yeah.
Oh, Kev
Oh,
nearly losing the rear there. James Rule's gonna get involved in this. Now, let's see how will this fare. Now for James Rules
yeah,
maybe
he's
gets
literally
ahead
just got
into the
straight on.
points.
Yep, our Peter was, I think he was annoyed at Kev about that and tried to go into him, but he was ghosted, so didn't actually do anything, but,
Best game
you know.
ever, says Dereri Van Zuid. I think you wanted to drive here. Oh, Kev gets ahead of James Rule.
Yeah.
Matson needs to look out for a range. Yeah, oh, he's right behind him.
What?
A range behind Matson now.
Whoa! He's reeled him in so much.
But
He reeled him in by like 3.5 seconds.
he's got a 6-second time penalty at the moment on at his name. So now Matt's going to defend all he has. Now they're going to be side by side into turn one. Batsa not the last of the breakers here. Heblerino ahead of Joshi into turn one. Heblerino pulls out and gets the lead into turn one. As now Matt needs to stay in the 3 seconds because then he's going to get a podium. And now Orange could be on for a podium here.
Yes, O'Reilly could be on for podium. He's got to pull 2 seconds, which I think he can though.
Yeah, but Chinley gets a 3-second time penalty. So now if Matt gets a penalty now, it's over. But now it's 2 seconds. It's looking very, very close. As now, is now Matza could be out of the podium here. As now it's gonna look very close, but I think he's not done enough to get P3. I know right now the final lap starts Simon at Apex, and now it's the final lap. Unless Matza does something fantastic, unless Orange gets another penalty on the cards, he's gonna get the podium. But Matza's now got to give it absolutely everything here because this is for the podium.
Yes, it is, and I think O'Reilly has got the gap. So yeah.
Yeah, so Matza has pulled away the gap, and now it's 3.5 seconds. So now Orange, unless he does just gets a warning here, or 2 or 3, where how much he's getting 9 seconds, it's going to be a podium for him after a fantastic drive. But the man, he's going to keep a streak. He's going to do a clean slate of 2 victories. He's going to be he's going to pick up another win here in Gavra Racing for the weekend league. He wins the final race. Shortbread comes to take the checkered flag second. O'Reilly, a fantastic drive, gets him P3. Matza with a great result takes P4. Hebler P5, Tabby Dopdex great drive P6, Heblerino P7 after a very quiet drive from him. Joshi with a great drive, he goes to P6, but then Jutsikev, the man who had no fortune today with the 2 spins he has produced in this race as he goes wide, as he takes the checkered flag. It gets P9, at least points there are. James Rule gets P9, so James Rule in the points. Jutsikev gets P9 as DBD retires from the session and calls his race there. A horrible race for Jutsikev, yeah, it was a very bad race for you, but...
Alright then.
But a good race.
Yep, I have to go.
Yep.
So thank you so much for this, and see you, full season, and see you
Season
in
8.
2 weeks for China.
Goodbye then to Low Lion then, as he's gonna be with me for the weekend season 8 for the 12 rounds. So goodbye, Low Lion. Have a great evening. as yeah, so what's the final standings? So I believe Haas are constructors champions. So I'm just gonna take the results just to send them in, so no problems at all. So Simon at Apex first, I believe it's constructors champions for Haas. Shortbread takes P2, Orancy P3, Matza P4, De Hebler P5, Joshi P6, Tabby Dex P7, Haberino, Jamie Surreal and Jutikev finished at top 10. Not good race for Jutikev, but still points for him. Chinley P11, P12 for DBD, P13 for RP10. Ben Roberts, after having a great qualifying in one shot, settled for P14 and was the retirees, as hence our Peter retired as well after the incident with Jutsikev. But that concludes the race, guys. So that ends the season, and that was a fantastic season. Honestly, I really couldn't be happier of how the driving standards. There's only, I believe, one penalty this season. I forgot to say. One driver ended up picking up an LLP1 for unnecessary contact. Yeah, so only 2 claims are in, but yeah, that ends the races and that. But next, make sure you join us in 2 weeks. Tomorrow, join Mr. Toussaint and Bon Evil, who will be commentating the Academy, unless nobody can. I'll be then. Tuesday's gonna be me and Mr. Geek Fusion. On Wednesday's gonna be Nazi. Not gonna be Nazi. It's gonna be I forgot, Toussaint and Bon Evil, and then on Thursday it's gonna be Dudski and Tiger taking you on Thursday for the Super League, and if it's not, there's gonna be someone taking you there. But that ends the race, and that was a fantastic race. Thank you everybody for this journey. It was a great journey, and I really appreciate it. Everyone who came to the channel, who's been chatting, watching the race, has been great, but obviously, unfortunately we end here, and yeah, thank you guys for joining. We'll see you in 2 weeks for round 1 in China, in Shanghai, who were new drivers and new generations coming to Gavra Racing and race on track for the championship for Weekend League. The trophy's waiting there for someone to take it, but we're not sure who it's going to be yet. But we're hoping someone will come for it very soon. 2 weeks time. We'll see you then.